That's the border between Côte d'Ivoire and Liberia, and in a complete silence, a major ecological disaster is taking place, whose consequences could be catastrophic for Liberia.
My name is Witrago Zakaria. I am Witrago Suleiman.
My name is Sawadogo Alazan. I'm 20 years old.
I was born here in Côte d'Ivoire. We used to work in a forest called Cavalli.
We were threatened a lot. Sometimes you work, you come back in the evening, and the next morning you find they've cut down many of the cocoa trees. Now I want to leave for Liberia to start another project again.
All my life's hope is over there. Because here in Côte d'Ivoire, we can't get forest anymore. Everything, people are taking everything.
We created a committee because when we were young, our parents entered the Cavalli classified forest. They were imprisoned, paid fine, and during the crisis, people, strangers, came and infiltrated it. We had no means. The administration tried, but it was in vain. So since these people are also our brothers, we approached them to raise awareness, to tell them that on the Liberian side, where we came from, our brothers and relatives there need strong arms. So if they can go there to work peacefully, it will be good for them.
I met with your parents to talk with them. I will show you a plot. Each one of you will have his plot, and you will walk over there. It's a forest that has never been used. In 2 years, you are producing a good work. That's how I discussed with your parents, and they agreed. This is why you are with me today, so we can go to Liberia. I'm taking you there. We don't buy the forest, we don't work in the park. It's shared work. If it's 10 hectares, you have 5, and he has 5. Accept this principle.
The next morning, Zach, Lasso, and Alassane are ready to cross the border on the Cavalli River. It's the first major step, the first challenge before a new life. But you're not alone that day, as many Ivorians are also tempted to move to Liberia.
I'm Gary from Daoubli. Today, when you go to the Cavalli forest, everything is cut. So it's better to go to Liberia and try your luck. Since my brothers-in-law are over there, I will be with family. And I will live in perfect harmony with them. We are crossing the Cavalli and we will face the forest. That's where the real difficulties will start.
I feel perfectly fine, really. I'm very happy to confront the forest. Truly happy about that. Because it's been 6 months now since we haven't worked. It's my first time crossing. We are ready. We are ready. We are very ready. We are on fire.
This is his village. Here is your tutor. Here, when a stranger arrives, we give him water to drink.
Now, we are going to work together, so I can show you where you'll be sleeping. Then we'll head back to the plot, so you can see the forest is going to give you. Yes, all of this is the forest.
You will sleep here. This is from now the room you will sleep in. It's nice here. Put down your bags. It's only for you three here. The village chief is welcoming you. He doesn't come here very often. He won't stay with you in the field. But still, he built something. Let's go to the camp so you see it.
I'm reassured now. Yes, I'm reassured. Because our tutor came to show us the camp, so we are happy. If some days we are too tired to return to the village, we can stay here.
But what is the reason behind this massive migration of cocoa farmers to Liberia? Since the 1980s, the cocoa belt in Côte d'Ivoire has shifted from east to west, destroying all forest cover in its path, including protected areas. Almost all Ivorian forests have been turned into cocoa farms. Côte d'Ivoire has lost more than 90% of its forest cover, the highest rate of deforestation in the world. In terms of biodiversity protection, only a few small, severely damaged forests remain in the national parks, such as Tai National Park or the Cavalli Nature Reserve. Traditional cocoa farming methods in Côte d'Ivoire are largely responsible for the complete removal of trees in agricultural areas. But the failure to enforce forest regulations, such as banning farming in protected areas, is also to blame. Like Alassane and his companion, tens of thousands of young men are attempting the Great Crossing to Liberia.
The system of farmers from around the region has come about from our former president, Wild pronouncement that we as West African countries, we can collaborate when it comes to, farming activities, and travel. And so from that backdrop, the Burkinabe, together with Ivorians, started coming in, to engage the citizens for farming activities.
In our area, Burkinabe people started coming in 2021, but in some areas, they started coming in 2019 or 2018.
They came massively around 2021, 2022. From then, the area is packed.
There are many of them, at least 30,000 in the western region. In some villages, there are very many, very many.
The problem with undocumented newcomers lies in the future. The inability to secure formal agreements with guarantees.
There is a small village ahead where I brought Burkinabe people, but there are no Burkinabe anymore because they refuse to sign anything publicly. So over time, this can cause problems because those who work will want their share. But there's nothing proving how the deal was done. You can finish working and then be told, no, I already paid you, and there's no witness.
We already made that mistake. That's in the past. So everyone who comes now, we advise them to get their documents.
We leave Côte d'Ivoire to look for opportunities, but we have an embassy problem here. We held a meeting about it. It's the only issue troubling us.
We don't have an embassy in Liberia. If there's no embassy of Burkina in Liberia, we can't work just like that. If there's a problem, who will intervene? No one.
The majority of them don't have papers, and that causes them a lot of problems over there.
Massive and uncontrolled migration leads to encroachment into protected areas, with increasingly frequent expulsion of migrants back to Côte d'Ivoire. But beyond protected zones, the most dramatic issue is the farming technique used.
It's forest. Deep forest. So I took my machete to clear and sow cocoa. After clearing, I gathered the debris and put them around. And then I set it on fire, so it dies.
But these people farming system, you see, we got trees that are useful in the forest, and they're destroying all of these trees.
Most of these farmers worked in illegal plantations, so they've never been exposed to awareness campaign about forest protection and agroforestry. They continue to believe that they must completely clear the forest to plant cocoa.
There are many ways to kill a tree. You can cut the bark, and once you cut it, there are chemical products you can put around it. Firstly, the leaves dry, then the tree dies slowly. Secondly, you can cut it completely.
Definitely the people now, when they brush, it was, it did not, come live at the time when they were brushing. You see? But right now, when people go long now, they start burning trees. And when you burn the whole trees, you go in, take forest where that you used to walk in, you can feel chill. You go there now, the way the sun shining here in town, high shining there. So then people start to wonder. And so therefrom they started, informing us on these things.
For me, I can read and write. So at times I go on the internet to see how things go, to read news. I came across one group they call EURD, that is European Union Regulation on Deforestation. And all of what they've mentioned in that was meaningful and helpful to us. And we're wishing to see how this information can be passed on to our people while we are starting. The European regulation clearly states that from 2023, every part of the world is being televised. If you cut forests, virgin forests, to plant not only cocoa, rubber, palm, coffee, and other things, the European will not buy from you. Even those buyers, the cooperative, the buyers that can go on the field, you have to be certified by them. You have idea of their where to take something from before they buy. They said that was going to start this year, but later I read that they gave it 1 year extension.
The situation has become dramatic. In 2025, the red points on the map represent, for the most part, fires of new fields. The numbers increase as the dry season advances in April. One can easily imagine the scale of deforestation underway in southeastern Liberia. The work capacity of these agricultural laborers is extraordinary, and the speed at which Liberia's forest has been destroyed exceeds anything seen before.
If you arrive now, there's no more forest anymore.
They took everything. Even the remaining forest you see belongs to someone. Someone who came to take it. Still don't have anyone there. So they come, work a little, then leave. Otherwise, there is no remaining forest left.
The sudden increase in population, combined with the destruction of village forests, creates an enormous pressure on wildlife in protected areas. The need for bushmeat is huge because there is no livestock in the region. Another less visible but no less profound consequence of deforestation is the loss of biodiversity, which allows traditional medicine to compensate for the high cost and difficulty of access to modern medicine.
I got the medicine from the forest, traditional medicine. Specialized in bone especially. When your bone it get broken, I work only, you'll be normal. It's in the families, from generation to generation. I find my medicine in the community forest. So I look for it around the community forest. Yeah, I get it. They grow, but you not plant them. So you go there to harvest it to come and fix the medicine. If you get into the hospital there, it's more expensive. If you come to me as your own brother, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to the forest to get it from there. So it will be less than you get yourself to the hospital.
Makore. It's an elephant that scratched him because he used to consume it. It was part of the health. 1 liter of Makore oil costs 10,000 francs. This is Petit Cola. It heals. Many people sell it in Abidjan.
The medium-term consequences of deforestation are dramatic. Just like in eastern Côte d'Ivoire, where drought has turned cocoa farms into polluted and permanently sterile gold mining sites.
In 1988, the forest was intact. Planting cocoa was easier compared to today. The difference is the sun. There's no more trees, and the sun is too strong. It barely rains. So cocoa no longer yields. 1 gram of gold is now 50,000 francs. Instead of waiting a year for cocoa, if you earn 50,000 a day, it helps. When the gold is finished, they leave and the land remains. Today, planting cocoa is hard unless it's a virgin forest because the sun is too strong and there is no more rain.
Today, the cocoa belt has shifted to the extreme west of Côte d'Ivoire toward Tai National Park because this 500,000 acres of national park provides the humidity and regular rainfall needed for cocoa production. To combat the disastrous deforestation of protected and classified forests, in 2002, the state created the Ivorian Office of Parks and Reserves, an elite corps under the Ministry of Environment. At the core of OIPR's actions are trained and equipped commandos conducting long-term patrols. Since 2023, the Cavalli Forest has been classified as a natural reserve and placed under OIPR's responsibility. According to independent observers and NGOs, this active surveillance has made a change. This is why so many Burkinabe planters are now emigrating to Liberia. This aligns with the cross-border project between Côte d'Ivoire and Liberia to make the last forest block of West Africa, the Tai Grebo-Kran Sapo Complex, a strictly protected area preserving the ecosystemic function of the primary forest for the benefit of both states.
The OIPR has started raising awareness about agroforestry and conservation, and we have already started. I, for example, am registered in a PRE project.
PRE stands for Payment for Emission Reductions. The project is implemented around Tai National Park. So the PRE project is a project to pay for emission reductions around the national park. The funds received under this project are redistributed to all stakeholders engaged in activities that reduce gas emissions in the forestry sector, including agroforestry, reforestation, and natural forest conservation.
Many people have started. I think about 40 people around here have begun replanting trees in their farms.
A benefit plan has been developed with amounts that can exceed 1 million francs CFA depending on the activity.
Today I received my second payment. The first was 280,000 francs. The second was 350,000 francs.
In Côte d'Ivoire, all efforts aim to repair the damage. The country must restore 20% forest cover by 2030 to save agricultural production. While in Liberia, there's still time to prevent rather than cure. The urgency is to raise awareness among all stakeholders.
Sensitization will be the good thing. Sensitization of Liberians, coupled with even environment, because we have cross-border activity, so that at least, each and every community can be, sensitized to know the importance of what, the job that they are doing, the future, the outcome of it, and what happens to us in a decade from now.
You are getting old now. Don't you want money? You too. You're going to build a house.
I will build my house.
So it's money that we all want.
If you destroy the forest to make cocoa farms, it's not even sure someone will buy your cocoa. Buyers don't buy cocoa that comes from deforestation. It's not good, but what you don't know is that soon, if you do things right, Liberia will become a world example for carbon.
Have you noticed? We brought cocoa to this area. And 6 years later, it's gone. Why? Because of the sun.
We're not driving you. You are living very tired with us. But on a one condition.
Voilà. Elle dit, je ne vais pas vous chasser, hein. Vous allez travailler avec moi, mais à une condition.
Because you are coming pay the cocoa in our way, the way we want for you to pay the cocoa like
voilà, elle dit que vous allez faire ça le cacao là, comme moi je vais vous montrer. Voilà, c'est bon comme ça.
The agroforestry one, come tell you about.
Voilà, elle dit que vous allez faire ça le cacao là, dans agroforesterie.
Planting the cocoa between the tree one by one.
Voilà, elle dit que faut planter cacao là dans la forêt, à côté des arbres. Faut pas tu vas couper les arbres. Voilà, c'est ce qu'elle a fait.
You're not cutting no tree down.
Elle dit faut pas ne couper pas les arbres là.
C'est ça, c'est ce qu'il faut faire.
Ça c'est l'agroforesterie.
This is agroforestry. What's good is agroforestry. I told him, no, we will work the way we do in Côte d'Ivoire, where I planted trees in my field. That's agroforestry. There are trees we must not touch. These trees are important. We must fence them, count them, number them. No one should kill them.
Mon boy Francois, a mentor of our 3 companions, is an exception. Trained in agroforestry for many years, he is among the few who advises to start directly with agroforestry by preserving the forest and planting under canopy. His example should be multiplied, which is the purpose of a mass awareness campaign on both the Ivorian and Liberian sides.
Our parents told us about trees we can use for healing, but we didn't know them.
Okay. So il dit que c'est la myrcine.
Myrcine, that's what I'm talking about. When you have a cough, you peel a bit, you boil it, you don't even add pepper, nothing, and it heals you.
We heard about it, we heard rumors, but we've never seen those trees. Today we really saw them. We are happy.
My suggestion to them is that they're not going to brush everything away. So you do the brushing, the stick, or the law that will be in the forest. You're not going to destroy all. No, I will mark them by putting red cloth on them. You see the red cloth, it shows sign that you don't care.
There is, however, an alternative to this destructive agricultural practice, tested more than 10 years ago around Gola National Park in western Liberia. A type of cocoa called Trinitario, a hybrid between Forastero and the original Criollo cocoa, which naturally grows under forest cover. Moreover, this cocoa is of higher quality and sold at a much higher price internationally, a premium cocoa.
But if no forest keep by the features, if we damage everything, tomorrow our children are coming up, they will not know the things then. So so many things that are important for us that how to be keep in our forest there for our unborn children to be able to eat.
Once informed, farmers don't hesitate to change their production methods.
You see, many of us are fleeing to Liberia. It will be the same thing as in Côte d'Ivoire if we don't respect what we are told. So in Liberia, it will be the same problem if you go there and take all the forest away. So you must keep some trees in your cocoa fields.
What is urgent is to massively raise awareness among both Liberian landowners and foreign farmers about the advantages of agroforestry and forest preservation to avoid the same disaster that occurred in Côte d'Ivoire.